G'day guys, Will here. So as you can see, there is a very bare background behind me now. All of the gear that used to be in here for my sim, there's the signature lamp that used to be above my head, is all gone from Jill's dining room. It's absolutely filthy in here at the moment. I've still got some crap on the floor. My shelves are all still cluttered with all the junk. I'm sort of halfway through moving in as I speak right now. But basically what I want to do in this video is run you through the final steps to setting up this new studio. So we'll do a time lapse of finishing painting, getting all the furniture moved in, getting the carpet tiles installed. And then once that's done, I'll come back and I'll run you through a tour of the whole thing all set up. Okay, Google, turn the lights on.
Got it. Turning on 7 lights.
Thank you. All right, so this is the space. So it's still got a little bit of setup yet to go. I'm still sorting out a few little things. I've got a temporary desk here at the moment, which is just a fold-out desk, and I've actually got the Next Level Racing standalone keyboard and mouse stand to review hopefully later on today. But yeah, look, basically we've got all my guitars, which I've been wanting to have out of their cases for years now. I've been playing guitar for about 30 years, but I just very, very rarely actually get to play these days because you know, they're always stored away or I'm too busy or whatever. But I figure having them on the wall now, I'll actually be able to use them. And then across here up the top, we've got all of the 2019 F1 season tracks. So starting with Albert Park and going all the way through the entire thing. So props to you if you can name every single one of them. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, those are actually just acrylic cutouts. So if we get up nice and close on them, you can see their sort of 3D effect going on. And they were purchased off Etsy. So I'll actually give you the link in the description below. On the shelf down here, we've basically just got a display of random cool stuff. So got a lunar lander here, which was released by Lego just recently for the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11, as well as a reproduction of the Apollo 11 flight plan as well, which is something I bought a long time ago. So moving along, we've got a couple of camera lenses, things like that. A lot of old camera gear there, some broken camera gear, but it's just kind of just on display at the moment. I'll probably tidy that up a little bit later on. My downhill mountain biking helmet, my trusty Senna card, which is very, very important to me. If you've seen my Senna tribute video that I did about 3 months ago now, you would know why. A couple of graphics cards here, just the heat sinks actually. So that's the 2080, no, that's the 1080 Ti heatsink and the 2080 Ti heatsink, which I just removed last night. Show you that a little bit later on. A 9900K and of course the supercharger from the Project BRZ car, which was what started this whole channel in the first place. Now down here we've got my guitar amp and a standalone amplifier as well, which I haven't found a home for just yet. And that is pretty much it for that area, but the area that I'm sure you guys are more interested in is the sim area. So starting off with the computer desk, it's a lot more simple than it was before, a lot less cluttered. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna change this desk. So this is just an old dining table that I moved in here temporarily, just while I got a feel for the place, figured out exactly what I was going to want where. So I'm going to end up with a table that's probably only about 600 deep instead of the 900 I think this one is. So that'll bring me a lot closer to the wall and give me a bit more space behind me as well. I was thinking I might even get like a big boosted media cutout acrylic or something on the wall to kind of to match these guys. And then over on the wall here as well, we have a giant Nürburgring as well. Same deal as the other ones. Might move that higher up, don't know yet, but we've got a lot of empty space in the roof above, simply because this is it's a 8.5 or 9 foot ceiling in this house, but then we've got this sort of step down, so it actually ends up being about a 10-foot ceiling in here. And then we've got a little shelf which we built into the little alcove in the brickwork here. You can see there's my 1080 Ti, which I just took out of the rig, my V2 steering wheel, and doing the YouTuber thing of having all the empty boxes on display. We've got our light box here, and then of course the sim. So I'm about halfway through my cable management at the moment. I've got all the cables on the monitors and everything all sorted out, but I've still got a bit of cable spaghetti down behind here for just all the power cables. Everything else is pretty much sorted, but basically got my PC sitting down here, and I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a moment. And at the moment that's driving the monitor over here as well as all the sim gear. So you can see over in the corner all the cables are coming out and then running back underneath here. Now the laptop that you see there is basically just what I use for my little display here, as well as my Discord and everything like that when I'm driving or streaming or anything like that. So that's just an old laptop that I'm using. Got the Boosted Media Discord open there at the moment. And this is basically just a Sim Hub dash panel, which I have up there running so I can see what the positions are. I've got my gauges, which you saw in the last video that I did a couple of days ago, and my Stream Deck there as well, which I've covered in previous videos as well. So I've still got my triple monitor set up. So that is the 35-inch BenQ EX3501R monitors, which I'm absolutely loving with the 2080 Ti. And then my Rode Broadcaster microphone, which I did a video on as well. Got a light box up the top there so we can light ourselves up when we're streaming. And then this camera here, this GoPro, is basically what I use for the rear camera view. So what I do is I move it to behind the seat and it basically faces in. You basically get a view like this of me driving. I'm still trying to find a nice way to kind of give you the perspective of the widescreens without, you know, without it all being distorted. Because if I bring the full 3 screens into my streams or my recordings, then it's only taking up a narrow strip across the screen. But let's have a bit more of a look at the PC now. You can see I've got my 2080 Ti installed there now. So I haven't got the RGB lighting for the new water block on the 2080 Ti sorted out just yet. I'm waiting for an adapter to come for that, but I'm ultimately gonna lift this up off the ground. I don't like having it on the carpet, even though they're not fluffy tiles. I don't really like having things on the ground because there might be spillage or anything like that might get into it. So I'm gonna build a little box or something to lift that up off the ground a little bit, have it sort of nested in this little alcove here. So that's just a temporary solution, having that on the ground at the moment. And ultimately, of course, I am also going to build a second PC just to exclusively run the sim. And this will become my editing and desktop PC. I'll put the 1080 Ti back in this one, and then the 2080 Ti will go in the new system. I've basically just been waiting for the new AMD processors to come out and see what sort of overclocking and results they get for those. It's not looking super promising at the moment though, so I might end up going with a 9900K, but for now this seems to be working okay, and there's plenty of other videos showing the details of the PC if you want to know more about it. Built the entire thing myself and it's all detailed on the channel, so everything's there. So if there's anything you guys want to know about that stuff, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. I of course do have lots of videos on the channel as well. So that is a basic rundown of the space. Now I'm going to be getting rid of the fold out table soon. That's just a temporary solution as well. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up shooting, have some sort of a bench that I can wheel out. So I'll have it on wheels, can sit over in this corner here and then wheel out when I'm filming an unboxing or a review or something, and kind of have it sitting in the corner here so that when I'm filming you kind of have this as the background. I I think that should work pretty well. Then obviously I've got my nice chair here as well, which we can have in the shots. In the background, a couple of things stored underneath those cabinets at the moment as well. And I'm going to put some lighting underneath there too, but still sorting a few things out. Need to figure out what I'm going to put up on this wall here because it's a bit of an empty space at the moment. Now, one other thing that I do need to deal with, and you'll notice there's still a little bit of an echo in the room right now as it stands. I'm going to get some acoustic tiles. Probably end up putting one in between each light or something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, and then another one over here. Might even put some bass traps or something up in the corners as well, just to try and remove a bit of that echo. But again, I didn't want to spend the money on soundproofing or anything like that, or any sort of acoustic, until I'd moved everything in and I knew exactly what I was dealing with, because obviously it was a lot more echoey before I moved everything in. But on the subject of things like that, I just want to show you a little bit more about the lights. I've got my little Google Home box here, and you would have seen I used that to switch the lights on originally. But I just want to show you something else because this is really cool. We've got the full RGB downlights in the room. So I'll go and stand over here, and if I say, okay Google, set the lights to blue.
Got it. Changing 7 lights to blue.
So I can basically do about 16 million different colors. I can have them flash all different colors. I can do all sorts of stuff. So this is going to be really awesome for shooting. I'll be able to have the camera sort of sitting in the corner here with a blue background, and then I can turn on the studio light and have a white foreground, or I can even change colors. So I've even got it set up so I can individually control each light as well. So for example, I go, okay Google, set the sim light to red.
Got it. Changing the above sim to red.
So the above sim light turns to red, all the others are still blue. And then I can say, okay Google, set the laundry door light to orange.
Got it. Changing the laundry door to orange.
Very cool. And okay Google, set the row 3 lights to white.
Sure. Changing the row to white.
So then we've got a white light here. Now another really useful feature of this as well is I can adjust the color temperature as well. So I can have a nice warm light when I'm working. I don't want to be too stressful on my eyes. Then I can set it to a nice bright sort of high color temperature, or even a cool white when I'm filming and things like that. So if we go, okay Google, set the office lights to cool white.
Got it.
There we go.
7 lights to cool
So
white.
cool white. And then, okay Google, set the office lights to warm white.
Okay.
And there you go.
7 lights to warm white.
So that's almost like a orangey kind of flame color now. So very, very cool. Now on the subject of Google stuff, I've also got a little Chromecast audio sitting here on top of my Sony Muteki system, so I can cast audio and things like that to that as well. So lots of cool stuff, lots of improvements still to make, but you definitely get the idea. And look guys, I've got to say thank you again for making all this possible. I mean, obviously this was all very expensive, but I'm really happy to be able to say that it was all completely paid for by the revenue from the channel. And I mean, this has been a dream of mine for, well, I wouldn't say since the start, because I never expected things to get this big to begin with. But look, the things that we're going to be able to do in this space are absolutely awesome. And you'll see when I post up the 2080 Ti water block installation and unboxing and everything later on today or tomorrow, that the quality of the production now is just so much higher than it was previously. I'm not stuffed in a corner of the living room anymore. I'm not sort of working on a dining room table or a coffee table and things like that. So we're really going to have some exciting stuff going on with the channel over the next year or two as we evolve this and, you know, get more stuff in, all kinds of things. So anyway, thank you once again, guys, very much for all your support. I hope you've enjoyed this little build series as we've put all this together. Obviously, I've learned a heap of stuff as well. I'm not a builder. I've got very, very, very limited skills when it comes to that sort of thing, but I've learned a lot from talking with the builders and sort of designing everything. And yeah, it's been a really fun experience. So thank you guys once again. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the thumbs up button if you're excited for the future, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.